All right, everyone, here we go. This is an first reading of 2023, right? This is an all signs reading for Venus in Aquarius, which hits later today, here on the 2nd. It's an energy that I mentioned on the Mercury retrograde reading as blending well. It's going to work with Mercury retrograde, so you have to understand the Mercury retrograde reading and what I was talking about to really get the most out of this reading. But again, that Mercury retrograde, excuse me, is about taking a journey back in time a little bit in a helicopter and reflecting and looking at how we got to where we are, that kind of a thing. Venus in Aquarius, as coincidence would have it, the reason it works well with it is it likes connections with the mind. It's not just about and I've been talking about how you've activated something within your person. We talked in that Mercury retrograde reading, I believe, about how there's a separation between the mind and the soul, right? And now each tool is doing the job it's supposed to be doing. This person, these runners, all of them, whether they want to admit it or not, or whether they're taking the journey or not, see you and feel you on a different level than they have before. And that's very important to understand. You've activated something within them that's allowed that break between the mind and the soul to happen. Also, Venus in Aquarius, while they're looking at their life and all that, one of the things the DMs admire about the DF, it comes up a lot in the readings, is that independence that you have. Venus in Aquarius likes independence in their love relationships, we'll say, and things like that. If anybody, if your person feels held back in any way, controlled in any way, which they often come up as, it's not going to be acceptable. And why that's important is because it's not just about Venus in Aquarius, it's about that Mercury retrograde and what that's doing as well. Kind of a rethink, right? Like I said in that reading. So, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. All right. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it, but because you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. Let's take a look at the pre-shuffle. Everything I just talked about came out in the pre-shuffle. I mean, I'm not making up what Venus in Aquarius is, and blending with the retrograde. This is a perfect read here on the surface energy. We got the Hermit crossed by the Nine of Wands. Nines are the end in tarot. All right, it's the end of ignoring this. The Hermit, speaking as a hermit, the Hermit likes substance, likes real things. I spend about 5 seconds with a superficial, influencer type person, right? I spend about 5 seconds with those people and I'm fucking late for the door. It is. And your person, your runner is going to be like that. You're going to be like that. This energy affects you too. Everything I'm saying, try to equate it to how you might be feeling and all of that. So that being said, it's again, that this Hermit wants substance. Right here, this is very interesting. I've got this Seven of Cups crossed by the High Priestess. This is just an indication of there's a lot of things this person's looking at. All right? And again, the Mercury retrograde is the look at. It's the rethink. But with Venus in Aquarius, it knows your person, your runner knows what they want. Right? It wants that independence. It doesn't want to be controlled. It wants a meeting. It wants a mind connection. Not just, it wants all of it. It wants soul, heart, mind, the whole thing. It's feeling the soulmate connection on a deeper level than they have before. Again, there's been some activations, and I think it has a lot to do with the portal season that we just came out of. Something has allowed this person to separate, and you can see it here, separating the mind from the soul a little bit. It's talking a little bit about what we talked about in that Mercury retrograde reading. And right here, bookending the Hermit, is the Ace of Wands. It's a card of action in this case. It means that actions will be taken. And I talked about that on my calendar page at sltblog.com, the home page there where it's the calendar, and I talk about the month of January. I talk about that. It's part of the reason for that action being taken is the undercurrent energy of Jupiter in Aries. Okay, that makes you bold. It makes you do things. It can't sit still. So this is very nice on the surface. That's what's going on with Venus in Aquarius. Let's pull a reading. Let's go. Let's give the deck a shuffle here. Give me the soulmate cycle with the influence, all affecting energies, and the influence of Venus in Aquarius. I've already put it out there. The words are just for you. All right, so don't worry about it. This first card out, wow, I'm not going to have to shuffle much. This first card out is before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? Yep, this is why. A lot of thinking, a lot of rethinking, a lot of feeling, a lot of all of it. There's past life energy. It's 6 of Cups. There's past life energy coming in. There's, it's just, someone is reflecting here, you and them, I believe. But I'm reading the incoming energy. Someone here is reflecting on how they got to where they are and whether or not they like it. And the thing about with Venus and Aquarius is if they don't like it, they do something about it. You know, again, that Hermit energy, very powerful. It doesn't like bullshit. It doesn't like, it's not going to sit in a toxic relationship. It's not going to sit in a toxic friendship. You know, it's going to drop people that don't, you know, that don't meet them on a higher level. Your runners, while they're not as high a vibration as the DFs, are gaining in energy. All right, so that's a good sign. You know, again, I think portal season hit them hard. What comes after the cut? Yeah, I'm right. It's Steve's right upright. You might know it as the World, the most powerful card that I could pull. It's just somebody wants something. Somebody's figuring out here under the while Venus is in Aquarius. Someone here is figuring out that they want something new, and the World would indicate that they're going to do it. And again, that has a lot to do with the undercurrent under everything for the first 5 months or so of the year of Jupiter and Aries moving forward and moving strongly forward. All right, let's go. Let's see where we're at here. Let's give the deck a final shuffle. Give me the soulmate cycle with all influencing energies with the effect of Venus in Aquarius. Let's do it. Let's go. It's a pretty powerful week this week. There's going to be some pretty powerful readings, including the full moon reading, of course. Full moon in Cancer. This soulmate cycle is sponsored by Cancer, so I wouldn't miss that reading. I'll tell you what. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's shuffle the deck, and there's going to be all kinds of other fun stuff too, of course. Anyway, giving the deck a final shuffle. Okay, all right. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is the 9 of Swords. It's 9s of the end in tarot. Okay, the end of anxiety, the end of worry. This is my pace in the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey card. But what's fueling it? Yeah, see? All done worrying about this. The 8 of Cups is right there. Okay, that's what they're anxious about. The 8 of Cups is crossing, technically, the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords, by the way, in my reading, is crossing the 6 of Cups in the why the fuck are we here position. So it's a double-edged sword. These are double-edged swords. It's basically the 18 of Swords, okay? Because they're worried about walking away from something. When they see it's broken cups, and they want to walk away from it. Again, that creates a problem. It creates a lot of anxiety. You know, everybody here is doing the rethink from the Mercury retrograde, but Venus in Aquarius, there's no excuses that can be made. That's a strong urge to, they're really connecting with you. I'm curious to see what this card is. It's right here on the top. It's the card, it's the energy of your connection, because I think you're looking pretty good right now. Okay, I think under this energy, the soulmate connection is looking mighty good. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. Right here's the hidden energy, the message from the universe is red with the energy of your connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything. Throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses, and I know they are, there's going to be a link for an extended in the description. Because this is the first reading of 2023, and it's powerful. It's kind of a twofer because it blends with Mercury retrograde. I can't emphasize that enough. The two energies are working great together. All right, let's do it. What's the energy around your connection? I knew it was going to be something good. I did not look. I knew it was going to be something good. I thought it might be a devil, to be honest with you. You know, just because of an obsession type thing is sort of, you know, we see it here with this. Pace in the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey is a bit of an obsession. The Sun. The best card I could pull for this position, I think. It's short of justice. It really is a nice card. You're looking good in this. The soulmate, the connection right now is shining bright. They're seeing everything. And again, you've activated something in this person that was long dormant, which is you had the soul recognition when you first crossed paths with them, but the brain shut it down on their side. The brain is no longer shutting it down. We learned that in the Mercury retrograde reading, and that's why you're looking good. We'll see what happens here. How are they behaving in the 3D? King of Cups. A lot of love. A lot. Again, there is overall energies, the Nine of Swords. There's a nervousness towards sharing it. Absolutely. But this person holds the Ace of Cups. And again, they never told you how they felt. These two energies together would indicate somebody's about to tell you how they feel, or at least wants to. All right? Wants to, if for no other reason, before you get away. But again, they are anxious about it. They are. Of course they are. It's all new territory for them. Just because they're activated doesn't mean, they're still nervous. Even if, you're nervous before you get a job while you go for the interview, and you're nervous on your first day. It doesn't go away until about halfway through your first day, maybe, or your second day, and then you start to relax. They're kind of in their first day of work here. All right, a little bit of that soul energy. Bookend in the sun. Ace of Cups. Come on. You didn't think I was going to pull some bullshit card. It's beautiful energy here. It is. It's nice. The Ace of Cups in the soul position. Again, I'm drawn with this particular card in this particular context. The only energy I see is the yellow coming out the top. All right. It's a little bit about forward movement, but it's also about hope. And just there's some kind of hope energy here. I don't know what that means yet, but I can kind of feel it here. When we're getting ready to walk away from 8 broken cups and go toward 9 cups, we get a little anxious about it, but we hope it'll go well. There's not a lot of faith coming from your person, but there is hope. Okay, we'll see what happens when we clarify. However, how they feel about you, it's very clear here from this top row with the Ace of Cups. Bookending the happiest card in the deck with my base energy as the King of Cups. I said, before I even threw a card, I said, you're looking pretty good right now to this person. Under this energy, you are. You meet them on the soul level, on the heart level, on the brain level. It's their brain that's been shutting it down, which has been shutting down, and their heart's been closed. But this connection opened it up. Ripped it wide open like a Schlitz can at the last Schlitz can at a redneck barbecue. All right, where they fight for it. Buck knives come out, that kind of thing. I'm going to go get my shotgun from the truck. That beer is mine, right? Right here, hidden energy, message from the universe. That's a true story, by the way. My father had anyway, it was a long story. They were fighting over beer. Right here, message from the universe. It talks to the sun a little bit here, but it's separate from the 3 of Wands. The universe says very soon this is going to pop. You're going to find something out very soon. Somebody's going to share how they feel. Somebody who's been holding on to it, but it's flowing now. The Ace of Cups is flowing. It was toxic. It had become toxic. Here's the residual, the side effect of that toxin that this has become. All right, they're worried about it. It is what it is. This is nice. It makes sense. Venus in Aquarius, I explained what it is. It wants mind connections. It wants to really connect on all fronts. It wants independence. Okay? It doesn't want to be controlled or anything like that. With you, I've said many times, one of the things with a deep soul connection is you can be yourself with that person. For a lot of you, your person's an actor in their life, right? I see that a lot with the Leo angle in particular. Their person's just playing a role. That's it. And they've known damn well for a long time that that's what they're doing. But they just keep doing it anyway. Because that's what most people do. Most people stay in toxic situations and run from real love and all that kind of stuff. And most of the time they do it just because it's easier. Real love is hard. It can be if you're not used to feeling it. Actually, these cards, the energy here would indicate that if you two were in a relationship together, if this person let go and just allowed themselves to raise their vibration, it would be a pretty smooth relationship, actually. And that's why I say in this particular soulmate cycle, there's the strongest chance I've ever seen for long term with this person, right? With this deep soul or twin flame connection. Most of the time in soulmate cycles, it's very rare that it goes long term because both people have to be on the same level because the connections are so powerful. It's like nitroglycerin. If you shake it, it'll blow up, right? It ends up being a lot of fighting and a lot of all that kind of stuff because one person's lower vibration than the other. And that's just the way it goes. This here, there's potential. And I see that potential starting to form here. And I think I think portal season had a lot to do with this. I think it hit them hard, like I said. Potential final outcome, red with the King of Cups. Magician, my card of action. Yeah, there's a quick change energy there. Again, that's why the universe is saying this is an energy of soon, right? The flux capacitor is lit. The universe is basically saying very soon, in a separate message from our reading, but red with the energy of your connection. Very soon, someone who never told you how they felt is going to open up. And this connection might get a chance. It might have a chance. Now they can, because of this, yeah, they can chicken out and just run away. They can. All right, I can't predict what their free will is going to do, but there's a quick change energy here. When it happens, this is almost, you could think of quick change energy as like a tower, right? But this isn't really a tower. It's kind of a magician card. It's saying that somebody is in a new energy and coming towards you, okay? It's about alchemy, lead into gold kind of thing. Let's clarify. Let's go. Let's clarify with the Light Seer deck. Let's do it. Randomly at the bottom is the Ace of Swords, which is just a reconciliation energy coming off of it. Why is the Sun here? Tell me about the Sun. I love the Sun card here. I love it. Let's go. Why is the Sun here? Tell me about the Sun. All right. Let's go deeper. All right, let's see. See if we can find a devil. He's here somewhere. I can smell it. Or some sort of, I don't know. There's no rose. This is pretty roses and rainbows, except for the Nine of Swords here. Okay, there's no light without shade, and don't think you're going to get a sugarcoat reading at the top of 2023 from me. I don't think that's going to happen. But I will say the energy, looking at just the energy of your connection, it's fucking gorgeous. It's the Ace of Pentacles crossing the Sun. I mean, very soon there's going to be an opportunity. Whether your person takes it or not is up to their free will. I want you to understand that, okay? But within the energy here, there's no reason for them not to, with the way the Ace of Cups is flowing here in the soul, okay? And it is new to them. It does make them nervous. What's on top? Temperance. See, it's beautiful. It's angel energy. It's communication. It's balanced. I think whatever you find out from this person makes you feel a lot better about what happened here. All right? Maybe it confirms the readings you've been watching from me and other people. I don't know. Maybe it just confirms what you've been feeling inside. I don't know. But the energy is right for it to happen. And it's right on the cusp of happening, actually. Venus in Aquarius is a powerful energy to start the year with, especially with this particular Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Let's go. Why is Temperance here? It's beautiful. These cards bookend the soul, which is an Ace of Cups. That's an Ace of Cups. It's here because of the Ace of Cups. It's the reason there's a conversation coming in general. The reason this energy is here, the Sun, the Ace of Pentacles, solid new beginning, the Temperate, all of it. The reason it's here is because it's flowing. It's because of Venus in Aquarius. But that's just the now energy, the engine, if you will. What's actually happening has been building up for a long time. They needed something opened up in them, and I think the portals did it. I think that's what happened. Now, a few of them, I'm sure, are just ignoring it completely, and that's to be expected. Okay, but this also implies that there's new love coming for you as well. There's other soulmates approaching, and I've been telling you that 2023 left a door. By the time we've gotten to this point in the soulmate cycle, there's a door open and new opportunity energies are coming in. We see it here with that Ace of Cups right there. This is the soulmate. This is your soulmate connection with this person, but it's also the soulmate energies around you. All right, let's go with the King of Cups here. All right, let's go. And whoever does come in is already on a high level if somebody new shows up, and that's indicated here. Which is also what's probably causing this runner some anxiety, because they can pick up on that. You're connected with them. All right, let's go. King of Cups. But the only reason new energies are approaching you on the level of Temperance, right, and the Sun is because you've done the work, because your vibration is higher. You wouldn't have attracted them before while you were down in the dumps waiting for this person. You don't want to wait. That's why you don't. You focus on your lessons and your growth. Why is the King of Cups here? How are they behaving in the 3D? Yeah, here it is. A lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting. 7 of Cups. Sometimes it means confusion. Sometimes I yell, pick the red one, asshole. No. This ties to the 7 of Cups up in the pre-shuffle directly. This is someone who's really, 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 really wanting to open up. Nervous about it. 9 swords here, overall energy. Right? Wanting to, though. What's on top? Yep. There's that Hermit. Ties directly to the Hermit from the pre-shuffle. What did I tell you? The Hermit doesn't want anything superficial. Doesn't want any bullshit. Wants to connect heart, mind, and soul. Right? All of that. It doesn't want to be held back. Doesn't want any kind of restrictions or some kind of being controlled by energies around them. Part of what they're thinking about, what all this thought is about, is what you represent. This sun shines on everything here. This Ace of Cups is flowing. Why is the Hermit here? 8 of Cups. Now that's interesting because I have an 8 of Cups here. All right, and it does tie to that. That's why I said that's interesting. The Hermit can also represent someone just sort of in their hermit cave, right? Not really doing a whole lot. Yeah, they're sitting with it here right now. In the 3D right now, they're sitting with it, but they're leaning towards the Hermit because of the requirements of Venus in Aquarius, right? So they want something on the mind level. What you've activated in this person is that split between the mind and the soul. So now each tool is doing its job right. That said, that's creating this Hermit energy within your person. Do I think they're a monk, right? A Tibetan monk? No, I don't think they've gone on that kind of spiritual journey. But they do have Hermit energy that's activating within them, and it's causing an exodus energy. They want to walk away. Anything that's 8 broken cups, they want to go toward what? What's she walking toward? Yeah, the 9 of cups, but that's the sun right there. They want to go toward, it's pointing us over here. They want to go toward the sun. This connection, or a real soulmate. Some of them might decide that too much time has passed with you and it's too hard to explain past things, and they may just use what they've learned here as a template and apply it to another person. Some of them will. Some of you are just dealing with a super fuck with. There's nothing I can do about that. That's why these lessons are important for you too. You're in Hermit energy as well. You're connected to this person. In an equal and opposite reaction, you might find while Venus is in Aquarius that you're walking away from them towards something new, which is allowing that something new to come in. I don't know. You're all different. But if you are sitting around going, I would really like one more crack with this person, Steve, well, you might get it. You might. That's the best I can tell you. I don't know what a 3D person's going to do. They got their free will and stuff. They are nervous about it. But it says that's coming to an end. So let's go. Why is the Ace of Cups here? So, yeah. This reading definitely, the energy of Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is important to this reading. If Mercury wasn't retrograde right now, and this is where I love the universe. You know, I always tell you to say, the universe always has my back. Its timing is perfect. Brings me the right people and the right situations at just the right time, right? All is well. I'll tell you what, this timing is unreal. Because if Mercury wasn't retrograde right now, yeah, they'd be Venus and Aquarius still wants all that shit, but there wouldn't be a lot of thinking about it. They wouldn't be giving it much thought. It'd be an urge, but they wouldn't really be thinking deep. We've seen a lot of energies, Hermits, 2 7 of Cups, 2 Hermits, about a lot of thinking going on their side. And Venus in Aquarius is very cerebral. It really is. It focuses a lot on the Saturn aspect of Aquarius, which is all the wisdom, right? It's like that. Let's go. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Tell me about this, because this sucker's flowing. It's flowing like a whitewater rafting trip down the Colorado River. What the hell's going on here? Ace of Cups. Why is it flowing? I said, rewind. What did I say at the beginning of this damn reading? I said the son of a bitch would show up, didn't I? I felt it. I smelt it. You could smell this fucker. Why? Because he doesn't shower much. Look at him, right? All the young girls love this guy at the party when they're young. Why? Mostly because it'll make daddy mad, piss off their parents, right? But he smells bad and you know it. There's some weird funk that he got, but it doesn't matter. You do it because you're young and you're like, I want to bang that once in my life. Okay, fine. Well, your person's banging it right now. It's the devil. I told you it'd show up, and it's interesting that it shows up in the soul. And why does it show up? I can smell the devil trying to get in. I could smell, if I had a daughter, I don't, but if I had a daughter, or maybe for my niece one day, if this son of a bitch was outside the door knocking, trying to come in, I promise you, I wouldn't grab the 20 gauge. I wouldn't grab the 16 gauge. I wouldn't even grab the 12 gauge. I got a 10 gauge road blocker. It's what the sheriffs use. I'd grab that son of a bitch. And I tell you what, he'd be long gone. Would not get through the door. And that's what's happening here. Somebody grabbed a 10 gauge road blocker. Because this is why the universe gave me this flowing Ace of Cups here. The devil energy, I could smell it, but I didn't think it would show up in the baseline reading, and it didn't. It's there. It's trying to get in. It's knocking. But the devil can't. The devil energy needs the brain. Okay, this is soul position. The energy here is flowing so well. Why we've had the Hermit twice, and we've got the Angel here, which cancels out the devil, which bookends these cards. All right, the devil can't get in. Just put it that way. This devil energy, their old ways of rationalizing that they shouldn't go towards you or being vulnerable is bad, and all the stuff the devil whispers in their ear. The devil's knocking at the door, but nobody answering. It can't get in. This energy is flowing and blocking it. Some kind of 10 gauge road blocker. I tell you, it does the trick every time. Right here, shells about that big around. They're great. What's on top? Hangman. Devil can't get in. This is somebody here. Again, the kids like to call this a dark night of the soul, right? I love that. So sounds like some kind of Dungeons and Dragons thing, but it really is. There's this energy here of this person is under new energy. It's what the world told us after the cut. There's something new coming from the soul. It's a new frequency. It's a new radio station, and this Hermit's picking it up. And it's making this girl this person walk toward the sun. It truly is. I mean, it's just the way this energy is. Venus in Aquarius blending with Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. If you understand those two energies, which I've explained, it makes sense. Mercury retrograde is making them rethink, right? How'd I get here? Why am I not banging the Empress, right? It's a whole new perspective. It's a whole new energy coming from this person. Why is the Hangman here? King of Cups. And that tells me, this King of Cups is right here, this King of Cups. Primary energy flow is 5D to 3D. This tells me that all of this is getting to the 3D. Okay? So it's extremely likely that your person walks toward the sun. Who's the sun? You. Or a soulmate connection like you, walking away from 8 broken cups at the very least. All right? This is a different person in the soul here. Okay, this energy, we have nice flow. It also talks to the flow. I said this is flowing, didn't I? Well, primary flow is 5D to 3D. If this wasn't flowing, right, then it wouldn't be getting over here. It is. This King of Cups ties it. So we have flow happening. That proves the Ace of Cups is flowing. It proves the devil can't get in, and it proves that this is new energy. We could call it a new perspective that they have, but I've got 2 cards here, one in the soul and one in the 3D that tie together. You see the little light going off around the person? Ting! Right? See the little light going off around the soul here? Ting! Right? There you go. And this card ties them together. So it's nice. It's nice. It's why this year is about change. What's happening here in January 2023 as a whole sets the stage for 2023. It truly does. It's a year of massive change. It sets the stage for the whole thing. I say a lot of times January is a forgotten month of most years. It won't be forgotten in 2023. You will remember January. It's just so reeked in destiny. A lot of you, if you're very high vibration, will wake up and feel it. You'll be able to feel it. Just like I could smell that devil, you'll be able to smell the destiny. Why is the 3 of Wands here? Why'd you give me 3 of Wands? You're telling me soon. Don't give me that shit, universe. Come on. Soon. What the fuck? I know, I get you. But you better tell me something else here. Why is the 3 of Wands here? Because very soon there's going to be a conversation. Victory after a long battle energy on a 6 of Wands. Very soon there's going to be a conversation here. Okay? There's going to be something. I don't know. Maybe it's Temperance here that has the 10 gauge road blocker keeping the devil out over here. Maybe he shoots. I don't know what's on top. The conversation, Page of Wands. It's a fruitful conversation. I know I call it, I joke sometimes, it's my party girl, right? It is a little emotionally immature. It might not be 100% on your level or what you're expecting. But this is again, it's someone who's, when it's blended with temperance, it's someone who's come to their senses and they know your value and they don't want you to get away. Often a conversation with the Page of Wands may not be on your level or what you expected, but it is someone who truly does want to make a difference here. Wants to fix something, right? Wants it to work. Why is the Page of Wands here? Yeah, why? Look. Dichotomy like that. The Queen of Cups, first of all, is read with the Ace of Cups here. She holds the Ace of Cups and she gives it. This is telling me, this verifies the flow of the Ace of Cups, which is also happening over here, and it's already been verified. I like to give you transparency in my readings. Okay? That's why I crack up at people that say, like, he making shit up, or he this, he that. Fuck that, I am. I'm showing you where it is. Pay the fuck attention. It's right here. I don't know what fucking cards are going to come out. Queen of Cups. I'm that good, motherfucker. How about that? I'll say it that way. Queen of Cups is read with the Page of Wands. Like I said, it's a conversation that might not be on your level. It's on the level of a page. But they really want to make it work. They just don't know how to wield this power yet. Okay? This is proof that someone really wants to make it work. There's a lot of love here. This is the most love I could pull from the deck. It's a lot. And it's flowing. Okay, the universe is saying there's a potential. It's minor arcana. A potential for victory here. It's up to this person's free will whether they come towards you. But with the Magician here, this is communication and the final outcome. It's a quick change energy. I find that interesting. It tells me they might make a snap decision to do it during Venus's transit through Aquarius. But I wonder. Well, let's see why this is here. Why is the Magician here? Why? What's the son of a bitch? Yeah. Okay. All right. I haven't looked yet, but yeah, there's that page again. Page of Cups. This person has changed. I have said that. They're under a new energy. Something is activated within them. And the engine that's driving it forward is Mercury retrograde blending with the energies of Venus in Aquarius. Okay? There's a page here. This is the environmental energy. This is who they were. Okay? Kind of a thing like that. On top, I have the Eight of Swords. That's causing a lot of anxiety within this person. Okay? It is. There's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of things like that. But because of this energy right here, because of this Page of Cups, which is a very sweet energy around it, he really wants to go out with that cheerleader, even though he's in a Mr. Spock costume. Right? There's a lot of when pigs fly type energy here. There's a lot of all that kind of symbolism here happening. I think this is part of where the quick change comes in. I think this is why it's quick change energy. I think because of this, because the devil can't get in, these fears don't stick. Okay? I'll phrase it that way. The Eight of Swords is read with the Hermit. All right? And again, there's anxiety over this whole reading. The Nine of Swords is the overall energy. I said, the Hermit doesn't like this. The Hermit doesn't like that. It's not going to deal with anything that's not heart, mind, soul, the whole package kind of a thing. Doesn't like to be held back and all that. They're realizing under this energy, I see it here with the Hanged Man, that there's 8 broken cups on their side and it's time to walk toward the sun, time to walk towards something better. That's always going to create a little of this. But the devil can't get in because of his placement here. So it's not sticking. All right? The Hermit is winning, I guess. We can put it that way. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Queen of Wands. At the end of the day, there's an attraction toward, it's not fakey McFakerman energy. I mean, yeah, the anxiety does cause them to want to pretend that all of this isn't happening, but they can't. This card isn't sticking, all right? It's not sticking, and I can tell you why. I pulled the next card in. It's the Emperor, okay? Again, it's an energy of someone taking control here. They're taking control of this behavior because this Eight of Cups can't stick. It keeps getting flipped. It keeps getting flipped. It lands, and it gets flipped because the devil can't get in the door. It can't get past my 10-gauge road blocker, right? Which is filled with shells. 8 in the tube and 1 in the chamber. Ooh, I tell you what. Good enough for the sheriffs. It's good enough for me. Right here, the Emperor. It's an energy of taking control. The divine masculine does this. They walk toward the sun. Okay? Now again, what a 3D person's going to do, this is what the energy is doing to them. It's giving them an urge to do it. They want that. It is what it is. It all results in communication. Are they anxious about it? Sure. Again, there's this fakey McFakerman energy, but someone's taking control of that. And I wanted to pull the next card to show you because, again, and I'll show you one more time. I'll show you the next card off the top of the deck. It's the Three of Cups after that. So I went out a little extra for you here in this reading. This is celebration energy. It's somebody opening up. This almost guarantees that this King of Cups tells you how they feel. It's as close to a guarantee as I can give you. It's what the energy is urging them to do. The Sun, Temperance, Ace of Cups, and the energy of your connection. Love here, communication over here very soon from the universe. A devil that can't get in the door. I mean, it is what it is. This Eight of Swords can't stick. All right? It needs devil energy to fill it with fear. It's a mild devil energy card like the Seven of Swords is as well. So their tendency is to go fakey McFakerman on it. But because this doesn't stick, they end up taking control and opening up. That's what the universe is predicting within the energy. But just like a weatherman, they predict, okay, they said it wasn't going to rain yesterday here in Los Angeles. They told me it wasn't going to rain. It looked sunny all day. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it started pissing down for a few hours. So, again, even the weatherman can't, there's no way Heisenberg's uncertainty principle to tell which way the wind's going to blow, for sure. But the energy is there for you two to come together here. Under this energy, this person is really, at the very least, this person's really feeling you. But you're also feeling yourself in this energy. And I want you to utilize it, I want you to really sit with that Hermit energy when it comes upon you. Very, very, very cool. Because the devil can't get in your way either. Can't get in your door. All right, I'm going to shuffle the deck. We're going to do 3 cards from the bottom, see what else the universe wants to tell you. This all ends in communication here. All right? Eight of Swords can't stick, but your person is who they are. So we always have to take that into consideration. They're known for using their free will against their own best interests, for sure. But this ace has been proven to be flowing. In the extended, we're going to take a look at that devil, which is tied to this Eight of Swords and probably this Nine of Swords, and see what it's telling them. We're going to see what's going on their side. What's the Hermit figured out? What are the 8 broken cups? We're going to see how this energy affects you. Okay? Because that's important. And we'll do the usual. I'll pull a pyramid and I'll pull a timeline. It'll be awesome. But it'll be very, very interesting to pull on that devil who can't get in the door. When the devil can't get in the door, it gets frustrated a little bit. And she looked a little frustrated to me. We'll see what happens. So for right now, for all of you or the rest of you, let's pull 3 cards from the universe. What else you want to tell everyone before we go about Venus and Aquarius? What do we get here? Okay. High Priestess, cards from the back end of the pre-shuffle came back around. I love it when that happens. I love it. High Priestess, Ace of Wands in the center for the base energy, 7 of Pentacles, and crossing the Ace of Wands is communication, the Page of Pentacles, but moreover, it's my card of the student. Somebody here under this energy, I'll just paraphrase this, is thinking about everything that's coming up from the depths. Absolutely they are. We saw it with 2 hermits, for God's sake, and a hangman over here and a devil that can't get in. They're thinking about everything that's coming up from the depths. Okay? What they figure out, what the card of the student figures out is they want a new beginning. That's why the 8 of Cups is here. Okay? So we got to dig in on this. This is a nice setup from my extended because I wanted to pull on what the 8 broken cups are. What's going on with this hermit in this hangman? Pull on the devil, which is tied to the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, and figure that out. And again, we'll just take it from there. We'll see how this energy affects you as well. So yeah, somebody here is figuring out that they want a new beginning because they're finally looking at everything. Because of what I talked about in Mercury retrograde reading, where I said the mind and the soul, there's a separation. Each tool is now doing the proper job. And when that happens, you get balanced energy right there with Temperance. You don't get more balance than my mechanic angel, right? He's terrific. He can tell you, it's funny because it's here. It's a very someone coming to their senses type of energy. Angel could tell you, my mechanic could tell you the worst thing is wrong with your car, right? The worst thing. And he'll say it in a way where it almost makes you feel like it doesn't matter. I tell him all the time he would have made a good doctor, right? He's the type of doctor who could tell someone they're dying and they'd feel good about it after he said it, because it doesn't sound like it's any big deal. He said, I got 5 minutes to live, but it seems fine. You know, he says it just like that. It is that kind of energy here, in the energy of your connection, because this is flowing, because of what's happening and the rethink of Mercury retrograde and all of that. It really is. It's very smooth, is what I'm trying to say. So that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, it's up to you. The link is in the description. All right? I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. And get ready for a fucking hell of a year here at Steve's Love Tarot. It really is going to be. This is going to be a hell of a year to pull on. All right, good luck.